John had a routine. Every morning, without fail, he would walk for over 2 hours around his neighborhood in Mesa, Arizona. At 71, he believed the longer he walked, the healthier he would become. But over time, something strange began to happen. He was more fatigued. His knees ached more than ever, his back began to feel stiff, and despite walking more than ever, he started gaining weight, and his energy levels were plummeting. John thought he was doing the right thing, what many seniors are told to do, just walk more. But was it really helping, or was it silently aging him faster? What if everything you've been told about walking after 65 is only half the story? What if those long, dedicated strolls you pride yourself on are slowly wearing your body down without you even realizing it? You're not lazy. You're not weak. In fact, you might be too strong for your own good, pushing yourself because that's what you've been taught to do. But today, we're pulling back the curtain, because there's a silent risk that too much walking can bring to seniors. And if you're over 60, this video might just be the wake-up call your body has been quietly begging for. You see, walking is often called the perfect exercise. It's low impact, requires no equipment, and seems safe for any age. But here's the shocking truth. New research is revealing that overwalking, especially without proper intervals, recovery, or variation, can be just as harmful as not walking at all. The science is clear. Repetitive stress, cortisol overload, and improper recovery lead to faster joint breakdown, inflammation spikes, and higher fall risk. Let me introduce you to Carla. She's 68 and has always been active. She walked 5 miles every day, proudly counting her steps and tracking her pace. But after 6 months, she started developing shin splints, painful hip tension, and constant foot fatigue. She couldn't understand why. She was doing what every expert told her, until her doctor explained that her body was overtraining, that walking for over an hour daily without recovery wasn't giving her energy, it was draining it. This isn't to scare you, it's to empower you. Because once you understand why your body responds this way, you can change it. You can reverse the damage. You can still walk, but smarter, not longer. And you'll discover better results in energy, balance, heart health, and joint stability. That's what this video is for. It's not anti-walking. It's about protecting the very body you rely on to walk freely. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover how long is too long, which walking habits put your joints at risk, and what alternative movements can actually add years to your life without exhausting your legs or straining your spine. This is about reclaiming your vitality, one smart step at a time. But here's something most people don't realize. Overwalking doesn't just stress your joints, it starves your muscles. At 65 and beyond, sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, becomes a major threat to your mobility. Your muscles begin to shrink year after year unless you actively challenge them with resistance or weight-bearing work. And here's the problem. Walking is not resistance training. It's repetitive. Motion training. You're not building new muscle fibers, you're just moving the same way over and over again, which can lead to muscle imbalance. This weakens your ability to stay upright, lift yourself from a chair, or climb stairs without effort. Have you noticed that walking long distances leaves you feeling drained, not stronger? That's because your muscles aren't being replenished. What your body needs is variety. It needs targeted stimulation to each major muscle group, like your glutes, hamstrings, quads, and core. If these weaken, your walking posture suffers, And so does your spine. Think of it like this. If your body were a tent, your muscles are the ropes that keep it upright. If one side loosens, the whole tent sags. This is where strength-focused exercises come in. Simple movements like chair squats, resistance band curls, or even standing on one leg while brushing your teeth can dramatically improve balance, strength, and confidence. And when you pair these with moderate walking, not excessive walking, you get a perfect recipe for longevity. Now let's talk about spine health. Many older adults report back stiffness or worsening posture the more they walk. Why? Because prolonged walking, especially on hard pavement, compresses the spine. Each step sends a microshock through your heels, into your knees, up to your hips, and eventually your lower back. Over time, this cumulative impact causes disc wear, nerve pinching, and spinal misalignment. Have you ever returned from a walk and felt that tight band in your lower back, or noticed your shoulders slumping forward? That's the result of spinal stress. Instead of ignoring it, you can combat it by incorporating spinal decompression activities after your walks. Gentle hanging stretches, using a yoga strap to extend the spine while lying flat, or even just lying on a foam roller horizontally for 5 minutes, can help reset your spine. These small recovery actions make a huge difference over months and years. Let's now explore how your gait or walking pattern changes after 65 and why this matters. As people age, their stride shortens. That means more steps for the same distance. Combine that with reduced ankle flexibility and weaker glutes, and suddenly your body is working twice as hard to do the same thing. This inefficient movement leads to faster fatigue and a higher risk of tripping. According to a UCLA study in 2020, the average senior over 70 takes up to 15% more steps per mile than a person in their 40s, just to cover the same ground. That's like making your body walk 2 extra miles for every 10 without realizing it. So what can you do? The answer is form correction. Be mindful of your posture. Keep your shoulders back, engage your core, and push off through your toes. Adding in hip mobility drills, calf stretches, and toe lifts can also enhance your stride, making each step more efficient. Have you ever worked with a physical therapist or trainer to improve your walking mechanics? If not, consider doing so. Even one session can teach you how to walk smarter, not just farther. And speaking of smarter walking, let's address hydration and electrolyte balance. Most people associate dehydration with hot weather, but older adults lose more fluids than they realize, even during mild walks. Add to this the fact that thirst response dulls with age, and it's a recipe for cramps, fatigue, and even dangerous drops in blood pressure. You may feel dizzy after walking and assume it's from exertion, but often it's simply dehydration. Seniors should pre-hydrate with electrolyte-infused water or natural sources like coconut water or cucumber-infused water. Also, drinking small sips every 10 to 15 minutes during your walk, especially on longer days, keeps your system balanced. And after the walk, a pinch of pink Himalayan salt in a glass of lemon water helps restore mineral balance. Let me ask, how do you hydrate before and after your walks? Let's build a hydration guide together in the comments based on what works for you and others in our community. We also need to talk about footwear. Your shoes are not just fashion, they're your foundation. Many seniors continue walking in sneakers designed for younger feet. But aging feet flatten, the arches fall, and fat pads thin out, making impact more painful. Poor footwear accelerates joint damage and can cause long-term knee and hip alignment problems. You need shoes with extra cushioning, proper arch support, and a wide toe box to prevent blisters and bunions. Orthopedic walking shoes or insoles made specifically for seniors can protect your entire skeletal system from the ground up. Here's a helpful trick. Test your shoes by standing barefoot and then stepping into your walking shoes. If your posture feels worse in the shoes than barefoot, they're not helping you, they're hurting you. Do you have a favorite walking shoe or insole? Let others know in the comments so we can all benefit from tried and true choices that protect our feet as we age. Let's not forget the role of mental fatigue either. Walking for long periods, especially alone or without mental stimulation, can actually contribute to cognitive fatigue. The monotony causes a decline in alertness, and for those already managing early cognitive decline, this can accelerate forgetfulness or confusion. A study published in Aging and Mental Health found that seniors who walked for extended periods without mental engagement showed higher rates of temporary disorientation compared to those who engaged in brief, mentally stimulating exercise. So here's a tip. Combine shorter walks with auditory stimulation. Listen to audiobooks, podcasts, or even classical music. Or better yet, walk with a friend and engage in conversation. This boosts brain activity and reduces the mental weariness that often follows long, solitary walks. And now that we've broken down the risks, the science, and the solutions, I want to close with what this really means for your future. This isn't just about walking, it's about freedom. Mobility is independence, and the moment we overuse it or ignore the signs of stress, we begin to lose not just our strength, but our ability to live life on our own terms. Let me ask you something deeply personal. When was the last time you walked without pain? Without forcing yourself to finish a loop? Without ignoring that twinge in your back or that burning under your feet? If those days seem rare now, it's not your fault. You've simply outgrown a method that once worked. And that's okay, because smarter movement, not harder, is your path forward. Instead of a 2-hour walk, imagine 20 minutes of gentle interval walking, followed by a 10-minute seated strength routine and a 5-minute breath-focused stretch. That's under 40 minutes. But the benefits: greater energy, lower blood pressure, reduced joint swelling, improved sleep, and best of all, a renewed relationship with your body that doesn't involve punishment or guilt. You deserve to feel strong again. You deserve to move without limping, without dread, and without needing a full day to recover. The choice is in your hands. And if you've made it this far into the video, you're already ahead of 90% of seniors out there. Because you're seeking truth, you're asking deeper questions, you're not satisfied with the same old advice. That alone shows strength, that shows wisdom. So let's build a movement, not just with our legs, but with our voices, our stories, and our support. Comment below if you've had your own turning point with walking. Did something finally click? Did a new routine help? Did listening to your body change your outcome? Your words might inspire someone today. And if you haven't yet, take just 1 second to like this video and subscribe. That one click can help. Spread this message to thousands of older adults who are still walking through pain, thinking it's normal. It's not, and together we can change that. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the best strength movements for joint longevity after 60, how to protect your knees, rebuild lost muscle, and move pain-free again. But for now, take this moment. Reflect on what walking has meant to you and how it can become something healing again. Your best years are not behind you. They're right in front of you. Let's make sure you walk into them, not worn out, but empowered. I'm with you every smart step of the way.